Good morning, everyone. Today, we'll have a brief review about soil as a resource. The thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth and closely linked to the land. The grainy substance is formed by the weathering of rocks, and these rocks carried over over a period of time, along with the flow of wind, water, they keep on disintegrating into finer particles, right? And thus they convert into soil. So these grainy substances are the fine, minute particles of the rocks, right, from which soil is formed. Land forms determine the type of soil, true. It depends on the relief features. It depends on the kind of landforms and the kind of landforms, okay, which type of soil will be found in that particular area. Soil is made up of organic matter, dead remains of plants and animals, right? Minerals and weathered rocks found on the earth through the process of weathering. The right mix of minerals and organic matter, they make the soil fertile. Now, landslide, we have already discussed. The mass movement of debris of or earth down a slope is known as landslides, and it is often caused due to earthquake, floods, and volcanoes. Also, continuous heavy rainfall leads to landslides. How can we avoid landslides? Firstly, we'll have to detect the areas which are more prone to landslides. And this process is known as hazard mapping, right? Then we can build a retention wall to stop the land from slipping. Also, we can increase the vegetation cover so that the roots of the roots of the plants, they can hold the soil together. So increase in the vegetation cover to arrest landslide. The surface drainage control the surface drainage control the surface drainage control works to control the movement of a landslide along with rainwater and spring flows. Then I had given you a homework. Make a cutout of the poster with reference to the image which is shown. It's just a reference image. Now, how a soil is formed? The soil is formed by weathering or disintegration. Disintegration means breaking down of parent rock by physical, chemical, and biological agents. Living organisms such as lichens, insects, microorganisms make soil ready for the plants to grow. Means they help in making the soil fertile. The growth of roots of plants further add to the weathering of rocks and thus forms soil. Now we'll be discussing about in detail. This is the physical weathering and this is the biological weathering. The roots of the plants, right? They hold the roots of the roots of the plants as they penetrate into the rock, right? They are penetrating into the rock. If you see this picture, the roots of the plants, they are penetrating into the rock, right? And as they penetrate into the rock, they cause cracks, and these cracks, they further widen and the soil breaks down into two pieces. Now this is the physical weathering. As I had already told you, in summers the rocks expand, in winters the rocks contract. Now due to this process of expansion and contraction, cracks develop. During rainy season, the water fills in these gaps. In winters, the water freezes, thus expanding the cracks. Now this process, when it is repeated over a period of time, the rocks split into two, right? And over a course, when it is carried by the flow of water, it is carried by rivers from the mountains to the plains. When they are carried over a period of time, these rocks, they keep on splitting and getting finer, and they start getting finer, and they form a grainy substance which is known as soil. They convert into fine grainy substance called soil. So this is how soil is formed.